Hello, you are welcome back in the name of Jesus. It's your regular host on eschatology. Now, we have just begun a very beautiful series of which I believe you are following and you are enjoying it. It's a series that are titled Two Kinds of Seed. And we've been able to dissect the seed, letting us understand that the seed we are talking about here is the seed of the woman, then the seed of the serpent. Simply put, we are looking at the seed of God and the seed of the devil. And we also bring to our knowledge that there are two kinds of human on earth. Number one, the children of God. Now, the children of God is in the group of the human that God created in the image and likeness of his person. Now, the other group of human is not God's creation. These, group of humans emanate from the seed of the serpent. They are called the children of the devil. Remember, we understand that we have been using the terms the children of the devil for those who are not born again. But that is not what we've been discussing, and that is not what we centered on this series. A man is not born again doesn't make him a child of the devil. As long as he got the capacity to be born again, as long as he can be born again, then it's not a child of the devil. Because a child of the devil cannot be born again. It's like the devil himself. Devil cannot be born again. Devil cannot be saved. He's doomed forever. So his kids, his descendants, his children are of the same nature. Yes, those who are not yet born again, they are said to still have the nature of the devil, in a sense that when Adam fell, he inherited the nature of the devil. But man has been redeemed. Jesus came, he redeemed man. Because they have been redeemed, they are perfect candidates, to be reconciled back to God. That is why we have been given the ministry of reconciliation. It said, preach the word in season and out of season. But we are looking at the two groups today, in this series, the children of God and the children of the devil, which is the seed of the serpent. Now, get back to part 1 and part 2, because we've done part 1, we've done part 2. Today we are looking at part 3. When you listen to the part 1 and part 2, you'll be able to understand fully in this part 3 where we are journeying into. Now let's begin. Come with me quickly to the book of Genesis chapter 24. I want to read to you from verse 1 to 4, because we are going to be looking at a way when you will be able to protect your children of not intermarrying with these seeds of the serpents. Simply put, the Nephilims, because they are in the world today. They have the same eyes that we have, the same ear, the same legs. You will never be able to tell. So I'm not saying you should go and be looking out for them. You cannot tell, except in the rare cases, when the Spirit of God will make known to you, you can be able to protect yourself or protect your kids from mingling with them so that they cannot be deceived. Now we are looking at the area of marriage in this part 3. That was the reason God protected the bloodline of Abraham, because in the dispensation of human conscience, when God allowed them to lead themselves by their conscience when they could not obey the Lord of God. In that dispensation was the worst dispensation ever in the history of the 7 dispensations of man. The dispensation of conscience. That was the era when Noah was here. That was the era of the Nephilims, when Nephilims were giving birth to, when Nephilims, came into being. And I mean the Nephilims, I mean those humans that are not created in the image and likeness of God. Such as, remember, when some of the angels of God that left their estates and get involved with daughters of men, they took wives and they began to produce. Their children are not normal human persons. The Bible says they were giants in those days. But today, they are not like giants anymore. They are like normal human, like us. But you will never tell, but they are Nephilims. Okay, now that was the reason God wiped that dispensation, that generation with the flood. And the only person that he saved was Noah, his wife, and his children. Because God thought that I need to protect the bloodline so that he will be able to come to redeem man. If the totality of the human on earth was, corrupted, and the devil was able to corrupt the totality of the human on earth, to corrupt the bloodline through the Nephilims, then that would have been it. There was no way God would have been able to come through Jesus to redeem mankind, because God will not create another human again like Adam. No, he will not. That was the reason he drove man away from the Garden of Eden, so that man will not go and partake in with the fruit of the tree of life, having eaten the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God drove man away. That was the act of love, so that he would begin to protect man until the redemption time. But it happens that after the flood, when God prevented or protected Noah and his family, after that flood, after God wiped away that generation, because the old generation was affected with the blood of Nephilims. But after the flood, it all started again. The problem began again. You see, now God decided, okay, I have to make a plan. That was how Abraham came into sin, and God began to protect blood. He made a promise to Abraham that through Abraham lineage, the Messiah, the Redeemer, will come. And God began to protect Abraham. Now, when Abraham was old, when he was about to check out from this earth, he made sure that his bloodline keep being protected. He called upon his eldest servant and gave him a command. Please do not give a wife to my son from the land of Canaan, because everywhere has been polluted. But God began to protect Abraham and his lineage until the Redeemer came. Meaning, Abraham made sure that Isaac did not marry in the land that they were living. God has given them the land. A time will come before they will fully inherit that land. They will have to destroy every human living in the land, because they are not true human persons. Now let's see how it plays. Come with me quickly to the book of Genesis chapter 4. Genesis chapter 24, let me read from verse 1 to 4. And Abraham was old and well stricken in age, and the Lord had blessed Abraham in all things. And Abraham said unto his eldest servant of his house, that ruled over all that he had, Put, I pray thee, thy hand under my towel. He wants to swear with him now to make sure after he is gone, the elder servant will not do something else by giving a wife to his son from the land of Canaan. That was what he's about to do with his elder servants. Verse 3. And I will make thee swear by the Lord, the God of heaven and the God of the earth, that thou shalt not take a wife unto my son of the daughters of the Canaanites, among whom I dwell. At this time, Abraham was dwelling in the land of Canaan. But the people in there have been affected with the blood of the Nephilims. So for God to be able to prevent or protect the perfect blood of the human created in the image and likeness of his person, God needed to make sure that he safeguarded Abraham and his lineage before Jesus came. Look at verse 4. He said, but thou shalt go unto my country. He's telling him where to go and pick a wife for his son Isaac. Thou shalt go unto my country and to my kindred, and take a wife unto my son Isaac. Now, do you know, after Abraham, died and gone, Isaac did the same thing, because it was passed on to Isaac. Isaac makes sure that that lineage still, remain under protection by not allowing any of his children, or by not allowing Jacob, his son, to get married in that land. He gave the same instruction to Jacob. Let's see that quickly. In the same book of Genesis, this time around, chapter 27, verse 46, it says, and Rebekah said to Isaac, Isaac is old now, Rebekah, his wife, said to him, Isaac, I am weary of my life because of the daughters of Heth. Daughters of Heth, meaning the Canaanites. If Jacob take a wife of the daughters of Heth, such as these, which are of the daughters of the land, what good shall my life do me? The mother was very, very concerned about the son Jacob. Now he's talking to her husband Isaac. If our son Jacob would take wife here, it means the plan of God protecting the lineage of Abraham until the Redeemer will come will be thwarted, will be aborted. So they were thinking. Now Isaac, immediately take his stand and give instruction to his son Jacob. Let's see that quickly in the same Genesis chapter 28. Let's see from verse 1 and 2. Verse 1. And Isaac called Jacob and blessed him, and charged him, and said unto him, thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan. Is a specific instruction. It's just like today, a Christian cannot get married to an unbeliever, those who are not born again. He must get married in his own house, in his own house, meaning in the kingdom of God, the household of God. A Christian is expected to marry a Christian, not the other way around. Otherwise, you will be polluting yourself. Now, this time around, God was trying to protect the bloodline of Abraham not to be contaminated with the blood of the Nephilims, so that he would be able to come and redeem mankind. So it has begun from Abraham. He passed it on to Isaac. Isaac is given the same instruction to his son Jacob. Verse 2. Now look at what he told Jacob. He said, arise, go to Paddan Aram, to the house of Bethuel, thy mother's father, and take thee a wife from thence of the daughters of Laban, thy mother's brother. So he instructed his son to go to his own house, his own country, and take a wife from his family, his mother's family. And that was what happened. The reason was because the bloodline must be protected. Imagine Jacob got married right there in the land of Canaan. The plan of God would have, come to pass. Jacob himself understood this instruction. That is why he told his children, he passed it on to his children, never to mingle or intermarry with the land at this stage. He said to them, remember, even when one of the land, as they were taking journey, as they left taking journey, after Jacob had 12 kids, in fact 13, one was there was a lady. Now one of these uncircumcised nation, get involved with the daughter of Jacob. You remember what happened? That they needed to destroy everyone in that land. Why? Because they were uncircumcised. They cannot mingle with them. They cannot intermarry with them. Because the bloodline of Abraham that had been passed on to Isaac, now to Jacob, Jacob was ensured he have it protected until it get to the time when the Messiah will surface. And I believe in this particular there is an understanding, because we are talking or discussing on the topic that I titled Two Kinds of Seed. We are of the seed of Abraham. Yes, that is where we emanate from. We are Abraham's seed. We came from that point. Now, if you don't understand this and you think it doesn't matter, it does matter. Today, you need to be very careful so that you won't go and get yourself or involve yourself with the people you ought not to, because they are the same human like us. They are on earth. Remember, they hate the works of righteousness. They hate God. They can be deceptive by appearing as if they are the light, just like the devil that will appear as an angel of light. That is the reason why you must be spiritually deepened, spiritually inclined, spiritually disciplined enough to be able to understand this race of life. So I come your way again in part 4 to take it from there so that we're able to understand what this means. My name remains Prince Gabriel Obasiwa. Thanks and God bless you.